to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
First of all, during the BET Awards, Saweetie was doing an interview and Jack Harlow was walking by, turns around, breaks his neck to see her. Obviously, she's gorgeous.
Breaks his neck.
He was like, scared.
Real quick, that picture was totally a plant. If you saw the behind the scenes of that picture, it was a
yes,
setup.
It really was though. It really
completely
was
set up. But go ahead.
The
It really
video.
was.
Have you seen the video though?
Mm-hmm. I've seen everything.
Okay.
I was like, "Where's the story? There has to be something here." So I jumped in. Keep going, Laura.
No, but when you watch the video, he was just kind of introducing himself and wanted to meet her. That's
we got to give him more. I got to give him more
All right,
props.
so go
than
ahead.
That. Well, no, his game is strong in the clip. He comes up to her mid-interview and kicks game. He clearly is kicking game.
What did he say?
Hi. He said, "Hi, my name is Jack." She said, "I know."
No.
Then they kind of had a moment of eye contact.
She's like, "Why is your hand shaking?" He's like, "My hand's not shaking. Why is your hand shaking?" Like they just had a cute little flirtatious moment. By the way, why do we always know the first moment she meets a dude that she might be talking to? Like, we know about her relationship with Quavo from the first DM.
That's right.
We see her and Jack Harlow meet.
It's part of the fun. It's a part of the marketing.
Even at the end
for
of the
people.
video, she tells the reporter, "Don't turn this into anything that's not."
No, that's actually the underrated best part of that video is at the end. She's doing an interview with the Shade Room. And she's like, "Don't be messy," to the Shade Room. She's like, "We're not messy." And she's like, "Really?"
Yo, Shade Room. Where's my "You're a liar"?
Yeah,
funny.
I know.
It's funny.
Out of here.
So my question is it, Cass, you said there are many reasons.
What are
the
a
many
couple
reasons?
other levels? Well, people see Quavo and Jack Harlow, seen them together a couple of times. So it's just like, is this a bro code violation?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they
All
played
right.
ball
Violation,
together.
flag on
They
the
played in
play.
that 2-on-2 game
All right,
together, and they
all right.
beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's that part.
And
Then
what
it's
else?
Well, I think that's the biggest part. It's more than just a black and white thing. I think it's just that's the biggest part.
So now let's removing the racial component from it. Once again, if a dude walked up to a woman while she's in the middle of a red carpet and introduced himself and clearly was, interested, it would be a story of notable individuals.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
Like
it's on camera.
on a red carpet, knowing you're on camera.
True.
Having a cute little
True.
moment.
You know what? You're right. That's actually a really good point.
And the other part of it, it's kind of like the nerd in high school ask the prom queen type vibe. I think so. It's that.
Jack
too.
Harlow is definitely not the nerd in high school. That's something
We
need
know
to,
that,
We need
but a
to
lot
get
of
that
people
over our
don't.
head.
Well, but then I do believe there's a racial component to it too, because when a white dude walks up on a black girl and hollers at her, everybody's like, okay.
And no, and
But by the way,
and if
that's
he's good at
in
it,
regular life, and if he's smooth too,
right? If he's smooth with it,
out the window.
Right.
But
So
right.
you add it all together, and it's a big deal.
All right. You know what? I take it back. I think this should be a big deal, and I'm glad it's trending nonstop for the last 3 days.
Go ahead, Jack Harlow.
Well, that's funny you say that because Adam Sandler has a new movie coming out with Queen Latifah. It's called Hustle, where Queen Latifah plays his wife.
Nice.
And people are saying that this is going to be something that's going to take it to another level. Like, they're saying that this movie is fantastic.
Well, what do you mean, though?
And it's produced by Sandler and LeBron James. So it's about a basketball player that's down on his luck. I think he's a basketball scout.
Sandler is?
Yeah.
That man
Yeah,
loves him
yeah.
some basketball, boy.
Right,
Get
right,
him
right,
some
right,
basketball in a movie.
So everyone's saying that this movie is going to be super, super, super dope.
Sandler and Latifah, that's a big deal. It's a
I
big
love
combo.
that. And Sandler, what was the last movie I loved?
Uncut Gems was
Uncut
the last
Gems
one he did.
was fire.
Oh, and what was that about again? Basketball.
Right.
I mean,
Well, it was about-
it had a
was-
basketball component
yeah,
to
it
it.
had
I mean, Kevin Garnett was one of the stars of the movie.
Kevin Garnett did his damn thing in that movie.
He did. He was really good.
All right, guys, can we talk about this Pooh Shiesty situation? Because I just can't believe it. Like, Cass One sent me this link yesterday. So the feds have indicted Pooh Shiesty over allegedly
man.
shooting and a robbery of 2 men outside a hotel, right? But
And that's separate from the other incident.
so when it all comes down to it, the reason they basically got the evidence that they needed is because I guess during the robbery, they found a Louis Vuitton bag that fell out of the car and it contained $40,000 in cash. But they connected the serial number to the bills to an Instagram post that he did where he was flashing money and it's the same serial numbers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, all that money that you know, these cats is showing on the ground when they're putting it up to their head and throwing money and all of that. They're zooming in and getting those serial numbers and tracking how that money's being spent.
And it was also the same card, too. It's ridiculous.
Or if that money is at a crime scene in this situation.
Wow. So we're looking at what could be a monstrous congrats.
Yes.
Super congrats. Well, and the whole robbery is crazy because him and his boys showed up to buy, I think, some weed and some high-end sneakers, and the whole thing turned into a shooting. So they met somebody in a hotel parking lot, according to the story.
To buy weed and sneakers.
To buy weed and some exclusives. And things went left somehow. And by the way, when they showed up clearly they had no intention of it going left. So that's another piece because they showed up in like multiple cars, like I think Rolls Royces and Ferraris that they had rented cars, a McLaren. Mm-hmm. So clearly they showed up on some like, hey, we're just gonna, and things went left.
Well, why do you say that? Why
because
does the rental car?
who with intention of committing a crime would rent high-end expensive cars go commit a crime?
Can I suggest something?
What?
I don't know that Pooh Shiesty and friends are thinking things through as clearly as you're giving them credit for. Who would throw money? Who would be so ridiculous and reckless with money on social media? Also,
well, no, but that's a common thing. The money they found at the crime scene was a Louis Vuitton bag that fell out of a car while they were all running away. It wasn't like they just left money at the scene. It was a duffel bag that fell out of $40,000. By the way.
So you're saying this turned into they went to go buy some stuff from someone, things went left, and it turned into a shootout because violence broke out.
That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like they went there intending for problems in this particular case.
I don't know, man. This generation, I wouldn't put it past anyone right now to do the dumbest thing possible in every set. Yo, Kodak Black was on a boat yesterday throwing $100,000 in the water.
Well, that's not illegal. That's just wild and stupid.
I'm just saying, my bar these days is. I'm good, fam.
I think he went in after it and got it after the cameras turned on.
He should.
I think they pulled out a net and was like, let's get this back.